Hello movie fans and welcome to another Blu-ray and DVD update, where today I'll be showing you 4 Blu-rays I received in the last few weeks and quite a lot of DVDs. If this video runs a bit too long I might make it a two-parter, but we'll see how it goes. So I'll start off with the Blu-rays, and the first one I picked up is Fast and Furious. Of course, the 4th Fast and Furious movie. It was good to have Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, Jordana Brewster and Michelle Rodriguez back in this film. I found it to be a really good film, although Michelle Rodriguez wasn't in it for long. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good movie. And the second one is The Grudge 3. I didn't find this film too bad. It went straight to DVD and Blu-ray in this country, but you know, I didn't find it was too bad a movie. The third one is JCVD. It's a Jean-Claude Van Damme film, obviously. I haven't seen it yet, but apparently it's supposed to be his best film for 15 years. But to be quite honest, with all the films he has released in 15 years, he wouldn't have to go too far to make a film better than the ones he's made. Because to be quite you know, they're quite often quite awful. But you know, hopefully this one will be pretty good. It's had good reviews. And the fourth one I would have got excited about, because it's quite a nice collector's edition of I Spit on Your Grave. But unfortunately, this particular film has had a lot of problems with the censors, so we still haven't got the full version. This version only been cut by roughly 3 minutes. Originally it was cut by 7 minutes. But I thought this was quite a nice edition. It's got a nice slipcase, and there's I think it's a 28-page booklet, all about the original film and the new remake that should be out sometime this year. That's quite nice. And of course this is a DVD and Blu-ray combi, and you get a double-sided poster as well, which I haven't looked at yet, with the DVD and the Blu-ray. But like I said, unfortunately it's still not fully uncut in this country. I have got the uncut American version, which is good, but you know, there's a lot of extras on this version, so it makes it collectible, and you get a nice booklet and double-sided poster. So yeah, and it wasn't too pricey. I think it was about £13. So that's quite nice. Would have been better if it had been uncut, but yeah, I don't think that was too bad. Now we're going to the DVDs, and as I mentioned last time, my friend Tom is going travelling next year with his girlfriend, and he's sending off a load of DVDs, and I picked up a load this week. So I'll take you through some of them. The first one was Pranks. Unfortunately, this film's still not uncut in this country. It's only cut by about 10 seconds. Not too bad, but still not the full version. I mean, it's a bit of a boring cover, but Vipco did a Scream Time collection. I've got quite a number of their movies. You know, most of them are uncut, but they've just got these really boring covers. Not really any extras. You usually get promo trailers for some of their other films. It is a shame this isn't totally uncut, but maybe one day. Also I picked up Boogeyman. Wasn't too sure about this film. I've only seen it once. I mean, maybe I need to watch it again, but you know, I didn't think it was great. I did like the other two, the sequels. But yeah, I wasn't really impressed by this film, but you know, it's nice to have it in my collection. And also The Killer Bees, the C. Thomas Howell movie. I mean, I used to be a big fan of C. Thomas Howell. He made some really good films, of course, in the 80s. Now he's starring in these, you know, sometimes quite awful B-movies with dodgy special effects. I mean, I think he directs a lot of his own movies now. He's been in some science fiction ones I've seen, including some kind of War of the Worlds sequel. You know, the special effects are usually quite dodgy, but, you know, they pass a bit of time. I'm a big fan of B-movies. But yeah, it's just, you know, C. Thomas Howell used to be in some great films, but I don't know what happened. Also, The Devil's Rejects. Now, I didn't mind this film. I didn't think it was excellent. I mean, I'm not a massive Rob Zombie fan. I mean, some people really like his films, but to be quite honest, I mean, I think he's made 4 films now, and I'm not a massive fan of any of them. To be quite honest, I've got all of them in my collection except for the Halloween remake, which I didn't really like, because of course I love the original. I don't think he did it any justice with his remake, and Halloween 2, to be quite honest, was awful. But you know, I think this is probably the better one of the four. The House of a Thousand Corpses, I don't think I've watched all of that. I really didn't like it. So yeah, bit controversial there with my thoughts maybe, but you know, it's just how I feel about Rob Zombie's movies, you know. Then we move along to a brilliant British movie, Quadrophenia, about mods. Excellent film, just excellent. I've seen it quite a number of times. I think the music's excellent, and you know, the period was great. Set in Brighton most of the film, which isn't too far away from where I live. Excellent, just a great movie. And we have Gossip. I've never seen this film. I've always wanted to see it because it's got Kate Hudson. I think she's a great actress. There's a few other people I know. Norman Reedus, Joshua Jackson, who's been in quite a number of films over the last 10 years. And a few other people. I've never seen it. It sounds quite good. Then we have Jackie Brown. Of course, doesn't need any introduction. Quentin Tarantino. Not his best film, but not his worst. He always has great characters in his films, you know, great stars. I mean, you know, Pam Grier, you've got Bridget Fonda, Robert De Niro, Michael Keaton, Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, you can't go wrong. Of course, Robert Forster put in a great, you know, performance. Yeah, it's a great film. I like all of Quentin Tarantino's film. Unfortunately, I think the worst one in my mind is probably Death Proof. I mean, you know, maybe a lot of people like it, but I just think it's his least interesting film. When I saw it, you know, you can't beat Reservoir Dogs. Pulp Fiction is his best film so far, I think. But Jackie Brown, yeah, I thought it had great characters. You know, just some of his characters are so cool. You can just watch his films over and over again and they never lose their appeal. So I'm glad I've got that now. Also, an early Tom Cruise movie. Hasn't been unwrapped yet. All the Right Moves. I think it's a pretty good movie, you know. Some of Tom Cruise's early work was, you know, good in my mind. I've got quite a number of his films. I think he's a good actor, you know. Some people don't like him much, but, you know, I saw Night and Day the other day and I thought it was the coolest film I've seen this year. His character was just great, you know. So he's still, you know, making good films. He's done some really good dramas. Born on the 4th of July, Magnolia, great films. You know, he's done some popcorn movies. Top Gun, The Colour of Money, Cocktail even, you know. All great films, I think, you know, just, you know, it's what film's all about, entertainment. And this was a good film. Yeah. Then we've got Arnold Schwarzenegger, who I miss making movies. He used to be, you know, him and Sylvester Stallone used to make the greatest action films in the 80s, of course went into the early 90s. Now Arnold Schwarzenegger's, you know, gone into politics. Though he had a nice cameo in The Expendables, but you know, it would have been nice if he'd been getting involved in some action scenes, but, you know, of course, The Running Man's, you know, a great film. Great film. Saw this at the cinema when it first came out. You know, it's just Arnie doing what he does best. Lots of action, good one-liners. This is only a one disc and there's not a lot of extras, but I've got the Region 1 double disc collector's edition. So, you know, you know, it's good enough. I don't mind if I have two versions of a movie. You know, I'll get the single disc, the double disc, a collector's edition, you know, a steelbook, I don't mind, you know. If it's a good film, I don't mind buying it. Then we have another great action film from the early 90s, Universal Soldier, of course, when Jean-Claude Van Damme was making great movies. And of course, Dolph Lundgren also. He's still making some pretty good movies, Dolph Lundgren. He directs a lot of his own films now. This is a great film. I've got this on Blu-ray. This has got a number of extras, whereas the Blu-ray hasn't got any at all. Bit disappointing. I know in America the Universal Soldier Blu-ray had some extras. Maybe I should have got that one, but I got the English one for £5, you know, but no extras. It's a bit disappointing. This has got quite a number. Got behind the scenes trailer and a director's commentary, which is pretty good. Then we've got a great comedy from 2004, which I watched earlier again, Napoleon Dynamite. I mean, this is a wacky film. I mean, this guy's just, I don't know, he's just like the ultimate nerd, but there's so many comedy moments with both Napoleon Dynamite and his friend Pedro. I mean, it's just so funny. I mean, there's lots of standout comedy moments. You know, it's just a wacky film. I mean, it's just a great idea for a movie. I mean, yeah. And also, the original Time Machine, a great film. I've seen the remake. You know, I didn't think that was too bad, but this is just a classic. And it's nice. It's got a behind the scenes documentary, which runs for nearly 50 minutes, which is really good for an old film to have a, you know, old documentary. Because of course we usually get these old films, and unless they've been restored or they're films like Forbidden Planet, you don't really get a lot of extras. But you know, behind the scenes documentary is great for a film of, you know, this age. But yeah, great film. Then we have another great film, not as old as The Time Machine, but Last of the Mohicans with Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah, this is just a great film. I haven't seen this for a number of years. Saw it when it first came out. Daniel Day-Lewis just sometimes just superb in his roles. This is one of his best films. And also, you know, it makes you think, you know, you had a great actress like Madeleine Stowe in this film, and she was in a lot of films in the late 80s and early 90s. Now you don't hardly see her. You know, what happens to these people? You know, one minute they're famous and they're in this film and they're in that film, and then they just disappear and you don't see them again. Well, great film. Then we have another classic, Midnight Express. This is just a great film with the late great Brad Davis. We also have John Hurt. This features a full screen and widescreen versions. Haven't seen this film for a number of years, but it's just a great film. Yeah, just great. Then we have a great action film with Jet Li, Kiss of the Dragon, with Jet Li and Bridget Fonda. I've only seen this once, but I really like it. This is a Region 2 version. It's got a nice slipcase. Yeah. Jet Li has made some good films over the last number of years. That's a really good film. Then we have Natural Born Killers. This is the uncut, uncensored director's cut. I have got this on Region 1, but I thought I'd get it on Region 2 as well. I'm not sure if the Blu Ray's got both versions. It would be nice to have the theatrical version and the director's cut. But yeah, really good film. Wasn't sure about it when I first saw it, you know. A little bit of a strange film, but you know, I've watched it again. You know, and yeah, I like it. Woody Harrelson and Juliette Lewis. I mean, Juliette Lewis is always great, you know, but Woody Harrelson, he has made some great movies, and you just remember his character in this. Yeah, Mickey and Mallory, great characters. Then I have this film with Andy Garcia, another actor who used to make a lot of really good films. I've never seen this film. It's also got Terry Polo, who is in Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers. I've never seen it. It sounds quite good. A friend of mine, my friend who sold me it, said it was good, so I'll get around to watching that one day. I don't know if anyone else has seen it, and maybe they can tell me what they thought of it. Also, I've got the double disc of iRobot. I've got the single disc. But, you know, it's a really good film, so I thought I'd get the 2-disc special edition. For 4 hours of special features, it says. Good film. Will Smith's made some really good films as well. If I like it when he's doing science fiction, I mean, the Men in Black films are great. Independence Day, of course. I Am Legend. I mean, he's made some great films. Yeah, very enjoyable film. Then we have this film with Nicolas Cage, which I've never seen, but I've heard great things about it. I mean, Nicolas Cage, also another great actor, made some wacky films. He plays some weird characters sometimes. Yeah, Nicolas Cage. Yeah, The Weatherman. I will watch this weekend, I think. Could do with a laugh. I've heard it's got some moments of black comedy in it. Yeah. Well, it looks like I'll have to do this as a 2-parter. So, yeah, thanks for watching the first part. I've got more DVDs in the second part. And I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. See you later.